now I can switch inputs safely. Perhaps more importantly, get my summer shandy open. I have a PlayStation 2. I have a hardware modded PlayStation 2. It is one of my pride and joys. What I don't have is a capture device that's capable of displaying anything other than HDMI. And that doesn't have HDMI, it predates HDMI. I need to get an RCA/component to HDMI converter for older consoles. It's kind of frustrating. Technically, emulators are against the terms of service for Twitch, which is why if you ever watch people that use emulators, they say things like, "We're playing this on a console that starts with E and ends with Lators." You may not have heard of it though. Like, they'll dance around the subject to make sure they're within terms of service. Oh, that's delightful. Okie dokie. Man, getting a converter so we can capture that kind of stuff is high on my list. I have a lot of older consoles, PlayStation 2 and 64. Like, there's some weird stuff we can mess around with. Although I do have a Retron, which will let us play Famicom and Super Famicom games. What was I doing last time? Oh no. What was I doing last time? Static! Oh my god. How is it going, Dr. Static? Well, I know we're looking for our sister. I just don't remember what I'm doing, like, right this second. Oh no. Shit. I mean, technically we're outside of it, but I decided anytime I play a spooky game in the summer, I'm going to pretend it's Summerween. So, like, if you want to use the spooky intros and outros and everything, go for it. Like, you get yourself a bonus week regardless, because you were gone for 1 week of Summerween, so make up for it by playing some spooky stuff. You just watched the whole VOD from Tuesday night. Shit. I remember, we're looking for parts of a doll. It's gonna be inside of red boxes. I remember now. Okay. There was barely any moment where we weren't streaming, it's true. It's true, man jerk. Used to store anything anymore? Oh, man. Problem is, I don't remember where all these boxes were. Oh, I forgot to turn on the bot. Thank you for reminding me. Gotta turn on the nighttime bot. And for those that may not have been around earlier, I was running a lot of tests during Jimmy's stream. I am fairly confident that I do believe we got Word of God up and running again. Which means we might do some Word of God in the not too distant future. Ah, this is gonna be the worst. Not on the late night bot. Oh. There's something like on the other side of that wall that's freaking me out. What the hell's going on? Good night, Magic. My controller is a heartbeat pulsing at the moment. Azami Kiryu. Something that looks like a human arm is on the ground where the girl was standing. Alright, so it is like the red boxes. Alright, we got the girl's right arm. Excuse me. Last night, I heard footsteps. I thought it was Akane, but it was really Azami walking by herself. Akane has spent so much time thinking of her sister, a spirit must have taken over the doll.
Sit about and speak feverishly.
Was not prepared for that.
Chatting into the wee hours of
Higher planes, new ideas. I switched them on you. It is said that when a spirit takes residence in a doll, it can steal the sound of others, the soul of others. Connie isn't a person anymore. She's like a doll, controlled by Asami. She keeps repeating, "I don't want to kill," over and over. She looks so much like my daughter. Asami must be killed. Again. Why are your eyes sweaty? That's called crying. I'm sorry. Your Fire TV stick can't find your own stream? Well, that's just embarrassing. Apparently this door is not one I've unlocked yet. Well, this is a good sign. I think there's another doll piece. Head toward the pulsing heartbeats. This way. This is actually a nice mechanic for this segment. I was kind of annoyed that I was going to have to hunt for doll parts. But it's like a game of hotter and colder. Shit. Creepy. Alright, there's a doll's left arm. No journal entry. Will Tafty, how's it going? How are you doing? Aruliz. How's it going, Aruliz? What if the priestess sleep? Seems like sleeping is not what they're looking for. They very explicitly want to murder a twin. The built-in banned word list for my script I found for text-to-speech, it is very comprehensive. Incredibly comprehensive. Basically every country name was on there. It was very weird. Alright, no reaction here. I watched some episodes of Golden Wind, nice. Oh my god, Krios, your name color changed. You're very green. You know, I'm actually gonna agree. Golden Wind was kind of disappointing. I see it as green on my monitor. Which is funny, is like earlier in chat, I could still see the yellow. bipolar stroke. I always feared this day would come. Whoa, right, we got some activity. To the right. None here. Golden Wind's not my least favorite, but it's not my favorite. It got better as it went on, though. Except the last 2 episodes are so weird. Alright, got the doll's head. Kane has become a remaining. To comfort her, I'll make a doll that looks like a zombie. She has been emotionless since the day of the ritual. I'll make the doll look exactly like a zombie, so that when they are together, no one will be able to tell them apart. Whoever the doll maker is, they are psychologically unsound and reckless. Connie never leaves a zombie's side for even a second, always whispering things to her. I don't know what she says, but at least she seems to be slowly returning to her former self. If we didn't have this ritual, a zombie wouldn't have become a butterfly, and Akane wouldn't have lost her spirit. Or, let me pitch this to you one more time, if you move away from the hell maw that's in the ground, just leave. Don't live there anymore. Burn the village down and move. Go 10 miles in one direction, any direction. Make a new village there. Ooh, Erliz is giving us some creepy lines. If you cry, the boat you'll ride, the last trip to the other side. Once you get there, sacred marks shall bear. They shall be peeled off, should you fail to lie still. Very good. I like the creepiness. Ooh, we got a Violet Diary. You don't need a substitute for me. I am part of Akane now. I am one with Akane. Kill it. Kill that stupid doll. Now that you have both arms in the head, this must be all of the doll parts. Just gotta find the room with the doll again. Clock hall, twins room, projector room. Contrasts. Alright, from where we are, we want to go left, circle around, first door on the left. Easy peasy. Other way entirely, I guess. Did I go the wrong way? No, this is right. This is right. First door on the left, here we go. Iya, Cthulhu Fatagen. The priestess wakes from her dream, perform the rite of stakes. Her limbs pinned tight, lest the doors open wide, and suffering unleashed on all. Rite of stakes. That's not from the first one, right? The first one was the ritual of ropes, right? This is my first time playing 2, but I did play 1. Damn it, this is the wrong... Oh no, this is the right room. Perfect. You put the doll together, but nothing happens. The note said that putting the doll together should make it work, but... There are 2 buttons carved with family crests on the box-like structure behind the doll. You tried pressing them, but nothing happened. Maybe you need something else too. If only you had some design plans or something. Excuse me? Maybe I'm missing an item. Scraps. If the dollmaker notes, we were missing design plans. You'll remember Fatal Frame before it became a Nintendo property? Yeah, we're playing it on PlayStation 2 right now. Technically on PlayStation 3, but, you know, it's a PlayStation 2 game on the PlayStation 3. I've never actually played any of the other games. I've played 1, I'm in the middle of 2, never played any of the other ones. The next Fatal Frame I'm gonna play is 3. Just working my way through them. Whenever we need a spooky game to play. PlayStation 2 had fantastic games. Fantastic games. I still think I prefer the PlayStation 1's library to 2. Just because there were so many amazing JRPGs I played on the first one, but the 2's up there. Doll room, projector room, twins room. Where would I find... Hanging doll room might be where I want to go. For designs. It's worth a try at least. It's weird we don't have this though, but I feel like I've picked up every item possible. Although it may have just been generated after the fact. So we're going for hanging doll room, right? Alright, yeah, we're on the right path. Nothing new here. Oh, how dare you not count Iggy? You monster. Iggy pulled his weight. Polnareff wouldn't be alive if it weren't for Iggy. You want to get a PlayStation 2 again? I recommend it. Nope, wrong way. I imagine you can get a PlayStation 2 pretty cheap these days. Sealed shut by a powerful force. You can't get into the hanging doll room from there. This is the entrance. So clearly, that's an important room. Let's go back to the doll room and maybe just rub our face on the wall. That's usually a good way to solve problems. Twins room, ejector room. Oh, maybe the twins room. You should check online. Like, I would be shocked if they're that expensive. What are my thoughts on fixed camera angles? I tend to like them. They're a good way to, like, ensure that tension is built in a scene because you deprive the viewer of certain angles. I think it made more sense for the older Resident Evils because they did pre-rendered backgrounds, so the fixed camera angles meant the backgrounds looked amazing, especially for like a PlayStation 1 game. In this game, I like them just as a way to keep the spooks active. Especially since the controls are non-tank controls, so the fixed camera angle doesn't really have a downside. There's no real detriment to it. I may consult the Oracle, known as Google, on where this document is, just so we're not wandering around for too long. Things going. Tank controls of the devil? Yes, I agree. I agree. I've said it before, but like, if you want your game to be scary, and the way you do that is make it control poorly, that's not scary, that's just annoying. Let's go ahead and find out where this document is. Oh right, The Evil Within 2 is like $10 right now. I might pick that up. Sorry, easily distracted. Fatal Frame 2. Unless someone here remembers in their previous times playing this game where this document exists. Scroll, scroll, scroll. We're in chapter 6 currently. Chapter 5. Sorry about this. I just don't know where to look. Oh my god, come on. Here we go, chapter 6. Super best friends play and see where they found it? Nope, no clue. Yeah, Song of Horror is going to be a daytime experience. Oh, here we go. Sealed room, staircase, raised tatami. Fallen woman, we're close now. You need design plans. First floor sealed room, okay. I want to check out Song of Horror. I keep on saying it, but I do want to play Resident Evil 7. Projector room, sliding screen. Oh, sealed room. That's right here. Okay. We've already been in the sealed room, which is why I wrote it off. I figured we've already solved that particular puzzle. And if I pick up this $10 copy of the game I just said the name of, we might check that out too. Although October's not that far away, I might save that one for the month-long horror marathon that is October. It's just a reminder, October we only play spooky games. Or at least I will exclusively play spooky or Halloween appropriate things for the entire month of October. As is my tradition, and I will never break that tradition. I also tend to watch one horror movie a day during the entirety of October. I wish Harvester 2 was a game. Is it a game? I don't think Harvester 2 is a game. I feel like I would know if there was a sequel to Harvester. But then again, maybe it's just not available on, like, a service I have access to, so I just never noticed. Alright, it's not. I do have a game called Bad Mojo, which is kind of similar in the weird, like, strange, old-timey adventure game horror experience. Although that one's much more fixated on Kafka-esque horror. Alright, there's something in here already. Of course this would be the room. Why would I not have come here? Ah, the burned corner. For those that don't know what Harvester is, we played that last October, and it is one of the single strangest games we've ever played. Very strange game, Harvester. Definitely recommend checking it out. Especially if you go backwards in our VODs, and you'll find it in there. Great place to watch it. Something shows in the photo. Looks like twins facing each other. Your Harvester was one of my favorite things we've played. Open the doll's eyes and give the Shrine Maiden a soul. Well, there's a problem there. When the two Shrine Maidens face each other, the bridge through the underground opens up. I've used one of these wind-up clocks imported from the west for the twin Shrine Maiden mechanism. The Kiryu Shrine Maidens move right doll to 3 o'clock and left doll to 9 o'clock. Oh boy. Time for my notepad. Want cookies but like delivered to your door? Do a Google search. You might actually find a cookie delivery place. They do, in fact, there's a place called Insomnia Cookies that delivers cookies near me. Alright, so... Kiryu. So it's right doll. 3 o'clock. Left doll 9 o'clock. Oh, good lord, this is complicated instruction. I'm just gonna take a screenshot. Oh, right. I'm trying to take a screenshot of the console, which I can't do, but I can capture my capture. Son of a... Everything's going terribly. There it is. Okay. Just go ahead and put this over here so I have it. Back to the capture of the game. Oh, have you had Insomnia Cookies before? Are you kidding me? There's 2 of them? This is history's most complicated doll. Okay. If I had unlimited money, I would use that a lot. Chart notes. The doll souls needed to make the mechanism work. I could create the other parts again, but I could never duplicate that soul. I can't let that hellish creature get its hands on the soul. The soul's the key. I'll have to keep it safe with me. Yeah, they are very good cookies. But they're not cheap cookies. I do enjoy them, though. Too sweet, incorrect.
Why must only twins face this?
That's a little creepy. I feel like your cookies, you want those to be sweet, you know? Oh, this is the room that was sealed before. Oh boy.
One half of the twin shrine begins.
Hey, how's it going?
Must only twins face this?
I am not doing that much damage. Let's really get in there. Oh. Okay, creepy flying dolls. Let's calm down.
Why must only twins face this?
This is your fault. Stop doing this. There's that good damage. Let's dance, old man. I like getting in for those close-ups.
One half of the twin shrine begins.
There you are.
Why must only twins face this?
No. Don't do it. Damn it, get out of here. Where'd you go, old man?
Why must only twins face this?
Don't move, don't move. Where'd he go? The hell is he? There you are. Damn it.
One half of the twin shrine begins.
Son of a bitch, stop disappearing. Bastard.
Why must only twins face this?
Let's go, you bastard.
I'm sorry.
I am so sad. Something's on the ground where the ghost used to be. Doll's eyes made from glass. What kind of doll did it come from? First, I have to kill the doll by hanging it. Then I must throw it into the hellish abyss. It knows this and is controlling Akane trying to kill me. I have to throw it in, even if seeing the hellish abyss blinds me. My daughter must die again. And Akane must relive the pain of losing her sister. If we didn't have this ritual, no one would have to feel this kind of pain. Move. Move. You don't have to live in this village. You could burn the village down and move. Of course, this is in the past. At this point, it's now a lost village, and they're all stuck here. But the other ones, well, thank you for that water. I won't let you go. Love, Ghost Lady, 20XX. Static, I bet you have the best butt. The switch equip function. Swaps power-up lenses, allows you to equip up to 3 power-up lenses at one time. Once these power-up lenses are equipped, you can swap them in the viewfinder mode with the L1 button. That's a fun one. Hey, this is water. This is not water. Performing human sacrifices takes probably more effort than moving, to be honest. Nice. Let's put 1 in stun. Let's put 2 in stun. I feel like for certain boss fights, stun and C are going to be the ones I'm more interested in. And at 2,000 points, sorry, 21,000 points, I might save up for sensitivity. 8,000's not that much. Let's do a couple of upgrades down here. Do you ever wish you had a camera like this in real life from this game? Hell yeah. Of course. Katase, how's it going? Do I want to hear depressing police news? Yes. The world is terrible, but I do want to know about it. Pushed into the path of an Alaskan bullworm. That would work too. You liked my dainty sip? Nice summer shandy. Alright, back to the doll room. Which is... there, okay. So from where I am, forward, right-hand door, okay. One part about fixed camera angles that is not great is I am easily confused when I look at a map that is in a fixed position and then like pop in and the cameras are always moving around. That can confuse me, but otherwise it's fine. Excuse me, Katase? Yeah, what Gomper said, that sounds like an incredible breach of federal law. Good lord. That is like disgusting and upsetting on a profound level. Good lord. We play horror games because they're sometimes less horrifying than the real goddamn world. Hey, how about that brotherhood of law enforcement, am I right? We're doing opening the map again. We know where we are. God, this room has so many creepy noises in it. insert the glass eyes into the doll. You hear a sound coming from the box behind the doll. The device seems to be working now. Okay. Let's start with the right button. Oh no. Of course, there's a certain number of presses. So the instructions that the design plans gave us. Right button, right doll 1.5 hours forward, left doll 1.5 hours forward. Left button, right doll 1.5 hours backwards, left doll 3 hours backwards. This doesn't mean anything to me now. Alright, let me think about this. It's where the type of people they're talking about are police unions. You would think, right? But no. Alright, let's just mess around with it again. Okay. Oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was. It's really just a matter of seeing how far they turn each time. The dolls face each other, you hear a sound come from the large box. Oh! I would have been so pissed if I was at low health when that happened. Bad ghost. Are they both here? There you are. It's just the one. Or are there two? I'm not sure anymore. Oh my god, the surround sound in my headphones is real unsettling. Fuck. Ooh, there's two of them! I knew it. I knew they're both in here. Where are you, little bastards? No. You load that film right now. You are the worst goblin children. I hate you so much. What? Not fair. Why are you not taking damage? No! Oh, because one of them's not real. It's the doll. Gotcha. Okay, a glowing crystal is lying where the girl doll was standing. God damn. You've already had a fucking day? Yeah, that sounds like it'd be a very depressing project to undertake. A worthwhile project, but depressing. The fades are probably close to your area. Let's listen to some creepy stones. Dolomite!
Not a doll. It is not my child either. It is a ghost. I must kill it.
Well, if it's a ghost, I got some bad news about killing things.
If it looks like my child, I must kill it. The arms and head, eyes. Where did you hide them?
I've collected quite a bit of rocks here. Here's a rock I've never heard of before. Spadumine.
Coming. If I am swallowed by the darkness.
Oh, it's for this, Will. It's for talking about the world, politics, that kind of stuff. This was the crystal of that ghost that threw itself down the stairs.
Why do you kill? Don't kill. Don't kill. Why?
The human brain is programmed to find faces. Pattern-seeking part of us is very, 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 very well developed. Man, the box and the dolls all disappeared. There's a wooden ladder here. It looks like you can climb down below. Weird, I thought we had to go up, but we're going down. This is a remarkably good-looking game for a PlayStation 2 release, I gotta say. How's it going, Dragon King? Very good username. Oh, we need the camera. No, we need that camera. How's it hanging, Dragon King? You dropped the camera obscura and the flashlight when you were underground. You can't use the viewfinder until you get the camera obscura back. Chapter 7. You're screwed. You have no hope. What the hell are you gonna do now, man? What the hell are you gonna do now? Get some medicine. Thank you very much for the follow, Dragon King. Welcome to the Shake the Box family. We're happy to have you here. Just woke up and it seems you left your PC on. It seems like you've been going on from one raid to another. Oh, interesting. I wonder what the point of origin was. Well, this is Shake the Box. I'm Chris. This is the late night wispy tipsy stream where we get real chill, we whisper. I usually have a drink of some kind. And we're playing the game Fatal Frame 2. I also stream during the day where I don't whisper, and I'm usually sober most of the time. And I'm not the only person that streams here. We also have another streamer named Jimmy who streams here. His name in chat is @Astro when he's not streaming. And now you know all about our stream. We have a very active Discord that I recommend. People are always in there chatting, playing games together. People stream in the Discord while hanging out and voice chatting, and we have a weekly movie night every Wednesday night. It's a pretty fun time. Yeah, no, we have dick jokes all the time, Static. There's definitely not a specific type for that one. The mechanism's sticking. You probably won't be able to open it from this side. If I wanted to play this game realistically, this is the part where I would curl up on the floor and just have a stress nap and probably refuse to move. A few of them seem to be shaped like dolls. Never a bad time for a dick joke, it's true. Oh, good lord.
I kept waiting and waiting.
Are you? No, you're not friendly. You're not friendly at all. That's death. There's no good. There's no good little bit of damage. That's just. That's the sleep forever sleep. You were gonna tell a dick joke at a funeral, but the guy was already stiff. But during the daytime, we have a rimshot command that makes a rimshot. Sadly, we don't have that for the nighttime because we keep things pretty chill. Don't want people to have like a nap and be woken up by a drum all of a sudden. Although we are playing a spooky game where sometimes people scream. So whatever. I'll ship by powerful force. No! Leave me alone! No solicitors! Those are my tampons. She can't have them. Buy her own! What kind of stuff adds up? It's expensive. I mean, I feel like I should save between every instant death ghost encounter. Cries and Dino. If you mix those words around, you get Dino Crisis, which is a franchise we should probably check out at some point. The Dino Crisis games. Those are also games I never played when they first came out, but I've always wanted to check those out. I know they're very much like Resident Evil kind of games, but Resident Evil's great. He said Notre Dame. Mayu, stop. Do not walk that way. Yes, walk this way. Oh, you're gonna be the ghost, aren't you?
You won't leave me alone again.
God damn it. Stop spooking me. don't like that it's still ghosty. Usually means something bad's gonna happen. There's an object on the shelf. Very descriptive, thank you, Mio. There's a thing. Oh, you don't say a thing. I don't see anything on the cabinet. Oh yeah, no, this is bad. Get you, Flask. Which door did I come in from?
Please open the door.
I mean, a ghost wouldn't do that. A ghost would just flow through it. So we could probably trust this voice. Yes, Miu, I'm sure we could trust that.
Come on, Mio. Open the door.
Is this the door? Door's locked. There's a Paulonia design engraved on the padlock. Our sister might be possessed by the ghost of a dead person. Ah, shit, that was the wrong door to open. No, 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 no. No hawks, bad touch. Oh, that's the key we need. Too bad we're gonna die. It's a doll with a red cord tied to it on the shelf. The kimono looks exactly like the one the spirit you just saw, who's actively trying to murder you, is wearing.
Why did you leave me back then?
You're trying to kill me, leave me alone. Maybe do something with the doll. No? Not gonna do anything with it? Oh boy. So for those of you that might not have been here or missed a part, our sister, we had to leave her in a room because she got trapped. We had to go find the key. When we got back, she was missing. And we saw her wandering away. It's pretty obvious based on the things we've seen that the ghost of Sai is currently possessing her. And I believe this ghost is the ghost of Yai, the twins that were sacrificed, or they tried to sacrifice them. But they tried to run away. One fell down a hill and died in the woods, and the other one was blamed for it, and the entire village was swallowed by the gaping maw of hell. Which is why it's the Lost Village. It's like in a horrible hell dimension right now. And we got a lot of like bad time ghosty ghosts going around. Power of Christ compels you, stay back, demon. She's probably not there anymore, right? It's probably safe. Fucking back off! Use the key. Open the goddamn door. The ghosts never check in here. This game didn't have them open the gates. This is a gaping maw that they built the village around that was already there. And instead of moving somewhere else, they hung around and sacrificed people to the gaping maw. Because that kept it from, like, doing bad things. But then they missed their sacrifice. This is just a natural fixture in the mountains, and they're like, let's stake our claim here. I shall name it Hellsberg. Property values will be cheap, and you probably don't have to worry about your neighbors because they're gonna die. Great schools, though, great schools. They called it Levittown. That's a joke for the Long Island people. The soil was fertile. There's a single doll standing on the mechanical device on the shelf. There are 2 buttons on the device. Maybe it works just like the other device you saw. Alright, so I'm guessing your wife is from Levittown, Pennsylvania. Is it as, like, Twilight Zone as the one on Long Island, where you just get lost because it's 1 trillion houses that look exactly the same? The door is stuck fast. Cold air flows in through the cracks around the door. Maybe it leads outside. Does anyone know anyone that actually runs like this? Me. I always run like this. Yay, Pennsylvania. Centralia is such a cool place. For those that don't know, Centralia is the location that the Silent Hill video game franchise is based off of. It is a town in Pennsylvania that, while they were mining for coal, they accidentally set fire to the entire coal supply underneath the town. So they had to abandon the place, but there's just like constant coal fires raging underground, and they will continue to rage for another several hundred years. So like the ground's cracked and like smoke will whiff up from it all the time. Super unsafe, but also super spooky.
You? Is that you?
Yeah, I'm sure this time it's your sister and not the ghost trying to murder you. Take the doll with you. Don't know why we didn't take it before.
Why didn't you come back? I kept waiting.
No one's here. Son of a bitch.
Dear sister.
Get a life. Place the red cord doll on the mechanical device. Mechanism seems to have started to work. Which button will you press? I wonder if it's the same as the other one. In which case it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2. Well, definitely not like that then. You feel a powerful presence coming from beyond the door. It's getting closer.
You're going to break your promise and leave me again.
Maybe. It's not really any of your business. Wish you would leave me alone. Don't mind me, I'm definitely not looking up the proper sequence to press the buttons. Definitely not doing that right now. That would be cheating. Alright, let's use our massive, swollen, throbbing brain for this and not stare at my phone. Good work, turgid brain. Pulling one up by their bootstraps sounds remarkably like table flipping a Mothra. Mothra? No! Fucking leave me alone. Oh. Oh. This is the door that was locked last time. It'll be a real shame if your sister came through that door right now. That's not my sister, that's a ghost. I don't know this woman. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps is a phrase people use, not understanding that the original usage of the word was, that's about as impossible as pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. Like it's literally an impossible task, and it was used to refer to impossible things. And now we live in a society where it's like, oh, these people want handouts. Well, they should just pull themselves up by their bootstraps. It's like you're saying that it's impossible for them to leave poverty. You understand that, right? Maybe if I just gave her a hug, everything would have been fine. Oh, good night, Wiltafty. Sleep well. Have pleasant dreams of horrifying, bloody Japanese girls in kimonos trying to grab you and give you big, deep, open-mouth kisses. All the while, my voice will be gently serenading you to sleep. I hope that helps. Sliding screen room with the staircase. I think I want to go down these stairs. Now let's go down the staircase I just passed. There's anything about a nightmare, I just said pleasant dreams. Alright, where does this take me? Alright, we don't have any new projector. No film reels, I should say. I guess I should go back to the doll room and try and... Oh! Fuck you! Oh, that actually drove me into the doll room. So that's fine. I need to go back and get my camera. Can't believe I dropped my camera. This is what those nice little, like, lanyards are for. Oh! Camera's carrying a flashlight around the ground. It doesn't seem to be damaged. Right, there was a ghost for a split second. I don't know where he went. Don't take pictures of me. I'm crushed you would do that. Well, ghost friend. You never grew out of the girls are icky phase? Turns out everybody's icky. Girls, boys, everybody. But then you realize that ickiness is kinda hot. Like, I want to open mouth kiss that ickiness with both of my tongues. Yeah, now, right? Yeah, right now. Hello, door. What's your deal? The presence you're feeling in front of the door is gone now. Can't say I disagree. Oh, I got a new projector. This is the one we watched last time, isn't it? No, that was new. Praise. I mean, I'm of the opinion that there's ickiness all around us. If you're lucky, you find a super sexy spider woman who's, mostly spider and then has a sexy upper torso of a lady, and you have yourself a nice relationship. Otherwise, you might have to settle. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is definitely a new projector. Or if you're Krios, settle for a 16-foot long snake woman. Take the film with me. It's remarkably similar to the other projector room. Heavy cloth sways in the wind to the point where, I'm almost confused. What? Since when is kill not allowed? I don't understand. I swear to God I allowed that term earlier. Automod must have been updated recently. That or the cursed banned words list I was working with earlier has infected everything. Alright, it's better. Krios permitted it. Kill la Kill is a great anime by the studio Trigger, which is a great studio. Crane Culture, how's it going? I'm doing alright, how are you? Welcome to Spooky Time. Alright, we don't have a map of the parts of this place we're in right now. Came from here. This door's locked. I'm tempted to go back and save, but let's explore this a little bit. Just downloaded Thames new game, so you're gonna try that out soon. Ooh. Tell me about the new game. Yeah, what's wrong with that, Creed? Escaped Chasm. Hey, Film Reel 6. Alright, we can watch a movie. What kind of game is Escaped Chasm? That's all you know, so you have a good feeling? It's fun to, check out the works of creators that you know you like their thing. It's fun. Well, that's not creepy. If this game wanted to make me shit my pants, it would come right out of the projector here. Alright, you missed your opportunity to make me soil myself. Now, Mighty Odin, I got bad news about butts. You can see a hole that looks like a well under the broken floor. I'm kind of disappointed it didn't come out of the projector dragon. I'm kind of disappointed. And I'll have you know, as an accredited scientist, I'm an accredited doctor scientist. I studied the doctor sciences. That the human mouth is actually far dirtier than the human butthole, or any cloaca. So, think about that next time you're kissing your mom. Or anyone else you're kissing. It's roughly 300 times dirtier in your mouth than that butthole. You can trust me. It's again accredited at Doctor College. I went to Dr. U. I know what I'm talking about. So brush your goddamn teeth. Ooh, the Zero Power-Up Lens. Raises damage and blast back. Spirit power acquired 3. Upgrade increases damage. Inflicts heavier damage than normal. Enables blast back. Press the triangle button when you've charged 3 or more spirit power points. Uses a lot of spirit power but inflicts heavier damage than blast. Raising the level of this effect will allow you to inflict increased damage. What on earth has happened here? Question about this game, do you have a limited battery? No. What you do have is limited types of film. So like, I got 99 Type 14, which is my low power film, but it's what I use for most things because it's plentiful. And then you have increasingly like higher damage, higher power film, which I save for like boss encounters or scary fights. The flashlight, meanwhile, never seems to run out of battery. And also, the folks here that are talking about cloacas obviously do not know the biology of monster girls. If you do a search on Amazon for Monster Girl Encyclopedia, you can educate yourself and learn that things are not as simple as you think they are. Someone in chat's like, that's not real. There's 2 volumes, and it's real. Yeah, sour candies are great. I have been bamboozled. I honestly thought there were just the 3 powers. I didn't think they would add a scroll bar. I would have spent my points differently had I known about Zero. Not to mention the orbs. That would have been a little bit different too. Oh my god, Krios, yes, it definitely does. I'm sorry I never told you about this. Yes, Creedmoor, yes indeed. Bookmarking for later. Everyone has to have something weird that they know a lot about. I'm not saying mine is spider people. I'm not saying it's not spider people. The snake people have been in the Alfie comic? Wait, really? Then which one enjoys the sex, Creedmoor? If only one person's enjoying sex, you're doing sex wrong. The first thing we need to talk about is how to satisfy your partner, Creedmoor. Jeez. Green dagger was found inside the damaged book. Alfie is a real porn comic. I had no idea. It's impressively well written. I'm trying to remember what the name of the website is. Is it hosted on Slipshine, I think it's called? The art is gorgeous. That sounds very nice. They're the same thing, Creedmoor. Although here's a fun thought experiment. Let's say that a centaur, half man, half horse, and a mermaid, half fish, half person, had a baby. And through the roulette wheel of genetics, their baby got human top half, human bottom half. What is that? Is that a human? Is that just a human? This child has 0 human parents, but they just happen to get the genetic equivalent of all bars on the slot machine. They just look like a human being, but what are they? What an existential crisis that would be for that child. Maybe that's where people come from. This beer is doing great work right now. She leans over and lovingly strokes the spider below her before the fight. That's amazing. Assuming there's 1/2 genes, I'm just going with the assumption. You know, you gotta make assumptions for these hypotheticals. I received a letter from Mr. Makabe that said I should leave the village and return home before him. Yai and Sai brought the letter here. They told me that outsiders cannot stay because the festival is coming soon. Mr. Makabe has special permission to see it. I whispered to Yai that I would come for them on the day of the ceremony. Yai tensed for a moment, then acted like she didn't hear and left. It seems they may really be planning to leave before the ceremony occurs. That means Itsuki must still be somewhere in the village too. Are these genes dominant or recessive? I would imagine the human bits might be recessive genes. You provide a valuable service of connecting people to delightful, not safe for work arts. That is a beautiful service, and I respect that service. For those that like dirty webcomics but are looking for like a real fun sense of humor applied to it, and you're not familiar with Ogloff, I definitely recommend Ogloff. I believe the spelling is like this. Isn't Ogloff amazing? The one about Japanese rope bondage from a few comics back is one of my all-time favorite webcomics. Hands down, it was incredible. So funny. It's like, oh, I accidentally tied up both of us. Yeah, Shirabari. It's like I've accidentally gone too far with the Shirabari. We're both tied up. We're gonna have to hope that the neighbor comes over. Like, next panel pans over. No, you tied me up too. It's like, oh, maybe the other neighbor pans over. Nope, you got me too. It's like, oh geez, maybe the fire brigade, zooms out. No, you got us as well. It's like, geez, I guess we're just gonna have to pray to God, and like camera zooms even further back. Like, no. Best comic ever. You put the green diary in your file. Yeah, I imagine it's pornography. Just gonna go ahead and click on that link here. That'll open on my other monitor, but it's behind the game, so I'm just gonna trust it's there. Anyway, that was a weird little tangent, mostly about dirty things. Let's go ahead and make some more progress in this spooky video game. Welcome to Shake the Box. It's weird here sometimes. Alright, got a locked door. A big difference during the day is when we talk about dirty things, we're not whispering when we talk about it. That's like the crucial difference. There's no other door in this room, right? Alright, we got the locked door. Got the closet. That's convenient. We're going back toward the save point. Happy to stay, happy to have you. Oh, unspoken rule. If you are, I guess, spoken rule. If you are under 18, don't Google anything we're talking about. Age gates are 100% effective, alright? We're all adults here. Maybe we'll go this way first. Yeah. I honestly forget sometimes as well, Green. Alright, projector room. You believe the Spider Lady and Dark Souls is two separate creatures fused? That's your frame of reference. That is not actually true. They are chaos creatures. They are created from the soul of life that was inherited by the Witch of Izalith, one of the original lords. She becomes, of course, the Bed of Chaos, but the soul of life, that's the particular Lord soul, when she tried to create flame, she tried to make a new fire to rival that of the original fire. Chaos Flame created demons and it created malformed creatures. So Quelaag is one of her daughters who just warped into that half spider, half woman. I don't believe they're two separate creatures. They were originally humans. Well, not human, they were pre-human. All humans are descendant from the furtive pygmy. But they didn't fuse with a spider, they just turned into what they are, I believe. You're 19, I am 34. Crane culture is terrible 31. They were humanoid. I believe they were technically, as far as the game's concerned, like demigods, because their mother was a god once she absorbed that soul. Alright, butterfly. Let's use the other butterfly room. We're already heading that way anyway. $38. Yeah, Creedmoor's winning so far. Jimmy's either my age or a soft 15. Alright, door's unlocked. Let's see what's in here. Jimmy's also 34. We grew up together. We are the same age. Nothing in the drawers. Another stone mirror that I can't hold. I mean, I guess that's good. The fact that we can't lift another stone mirror means we have yet to die. Itsuki told me to hold the key for his room. He said I can't let anyone go in there. He said if his friend comes to give him the key. I'm so happy that he gave me such an important job. Itsuki's friend came to the house. I got scared, so I hid. I couldn't give him the key. Oh yeah, no, if you're going by Bible ages, Old Testament people lived hundreds of years. There's some old candles and talismans stored in the drawer. Many offerings have placed on the altar-like shelf. Maybe this room was used for some kind of ritual. We would all live to be 900 years old too if it wasn't for those damn sugars. It's sugar that does it. Corn syrup's the only reason we don't live to be 900 years old. I tells ya, it's the corn syrup industry that's doing this to us. Plush Tendo, how's it going, Plush Tendo? Alright, something over here is spooky. I want to take a picture of it. Oh, right here. Male twin. Alright, he's from one of the other sacrifices before the Yai and Sai, I believe. Technically, we were just talking about the age of, like, people in old religious stories, specifically, like, Old Testament, how they used to live for, like, 900 years. Then I made my joke that it's all because of corn syrup that we don't live that long. Before that, we were talking about the technicalities of the various living things in the Dark Souls franchise, such as what is a god, what is a human, what is Quelaag. Point is, we're having a rollicking conversation about all kinds of things. Well, I want that shiny thing. Nothing confusing about it for me. Something's reflecting in the light. It's medicine. I saw Atsuki's sister in the corridor. She's usually frightened of strangers and runs away and hides, but today was different. It seemed like she wanted to tell me something, but she ran away without saying a word. Maybe Atsuki left a message with her. Oh, and if you are the kind of person who likes watching anime, and specifically enjoys the genre of early stages of romance where someone teases someone else in, like, you know, a playful teasing kind of way, there's a new show that's pretty adorable about two college students. Don't remember the full title. It's like Someone's Name Wants to Hang Out, it's called. First episode was pretty fun. I recommend it. I'm a big fan of the I'm bullying you because I have a crush on you subgenre of romance anime. I guess bully is a strong word. The teasing you because I have a crush on you subgenre of romance. That's Human Stick. I remember that one. That was a good one. Chris just wants to be bullied. Yes, Nagatoro, by the way, has been picked up for an anime, so that's gonna be... Azuki-chan wants to hang out. Yes, that is the one. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Yes. A lot of my previous relationships were with, girls that enjoyed teasing. It would be a lie to say it wasn't like something I'm into. This lantern has a dim glow. You just caught up on Kaguya-sama the other night. Love is War is so good. I think Nagatoro is high school. Good news! I was actually able to fuse some amazing and powerful personas like Seth and Horus. And I'm doing a run where I keep Arsene, and he's at a pretty high level. Oh, nice! I always feel bad when I merge Arsene, but like, the game practically forces you to with how early they make you learn how to fuse. So I never had a chance to save Arsene. Yes, Forehead Girl, I forget the name of that one, was middle school, but the last episode, I almost spoiled that entire thing. Not that it's much of a spoiler. Let's see, we got a lot of doors over here. We got the room over here I didn't go into yet. We got a couple of locked doors. It's weird that this one's showing up as red, but this one's not, because this door is definitely locked. It's outpaced so easily. Ooh, high counter's fun on him. It's a hell of a series. If you're talking about Love is War, it is. It's one of my favorite anime that's aired in recent memory. Consistently likable characters, consistently funny writing, and also phenomenal animation. Like, just top tier stuff all around. Really, really like that one. That's what I mean. I'm constantly taking out my map because it is hard to keep track of where I am going when the camera's always changing angles. The manga for Love is War is phenomenal too. It's high on my list for reading. God damn it, how did I miss the entranceways to this room? Is it this? No. Oh, I guess I had to be. Confirm, map. Confirm. Yes, alright, so I've been into both. In that case, I want to go out here, these doors. Like, the writing in the anime is lifted from the manga, so if it's that well written, I know I'm going to like the manga quite a bit. I guess I also could go upstairs. I haven't been up there yet. Alright, just confirm my suspicions here. Touch him on a second floor. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I have been up there, haven't I? Alright, out we go. Want to read the Attack on Titan manga, but the existential dread? He just made the newer Syriac animation start playing in my head. The existential dread. Doesn't look like there's anything inside. Oh sweet, take the samurai sword! When you try lifting it, you find it's really heavy. Who could swing this thing? I guess they're ghosts, so it wouldn't do anything. Our camera's probably the only real weapon we need. Oh thank god, some 61. I have so little of the good film. It's kinda holding me back. No, I didn't comment on this before, but she's being very rude wearing her shoes and all these tatami mats. Because of Yai, Itsuki has been taken away somewhere. How come? Itsuki did nothing to her. It's all her fault for running away. It's good they had to sacrifice the outsider. You gotta lurk while you watch and play games. Have fun. Specifically, what games you're gonna play before you go. I'm always curious about what people are playing. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. There's some cushions and damp bedding put away in the closet. All of your blessings will keep me safe. No wonder the ghosts are pissed. She's like walking around with her shoes on inside, stepping on these tatami mats, ruining them. Slippers only in the tatami. Hell, half the time, not even slippers. Oh, film reel 5, that's the one we were missing. My blessings do nothing. There's a scroll hanging in the alcove. There must have been something painted on it at one time, but now it's all worn away. Do you have this word? Alcoves? Oh, nooks and crannies, that's such a good word. Yes, the nooks and crannies. Great place to lose body. Pots and other large vessels are stored on the shelves. None of them look especially useful. Can anyone name the movie I quoted with my nooks and crannies little spiel there? These bullets are called dum-dums. Shoot someone, their head goes away. Old sandals are put away here. I don't know why. The character I remember all the lines for is not a major character. There's something in the drawer. It's another stone mirror I can't find. Can't carry, rather. Well, you know what? Good. I'm glad we haven't died and we have all these auto-resurrection items that I can't use because I'm just too dang good at the game. Says the man who has to open the map 100 times. Turn around, there's ghosts! There's a ghost behind you! Oh, sweet Jesus. They cornered me with a frickin' giant pile of ghosts. I now understand why there's a auto-revive item in this room. You're going to replay the Supreme Commander campaign. No idea if you know what that is. I do know what the Supreme Commander... I mean, I know what the game Supreme Commander is, not so much the campaign. played a lot of the multiplayer Supreme Commander. It's a fun real-time strategy game. Last 2 core you need for your underwater wall. Nice. I've also installed Vermintide 2. I plan on playing with people. Supreme Commander is one of Gumper's all-time favorite real-time strategy games. It's a very good one. I really enjoy it. I should play the campaign. I just went straight to multiplayer with that one. Same thing with Ruse. I played the Ruse multiplayer, never played the campaign. Alright, I feel like now might be a good time for better film. Let's go some level 61 film here. Some more damage. I don't like you circle around to the other side, buddy. They're mostly standing around because I'm managing their stun. Every time I shoot them, they get knocked around a little bit. Whoa. That one almost got me. Oh my god, he's half in the wall. That's not fair. He's out of commission for a second. Right up in your grill. Damn it, I knocked him down. Jerk. I think there's anyone else alive. Yeah, it's just the last one. Alright, if it's just the one, let's go back to our big ass collection of Type 14. Go on, get up. Get up, you big baby. How's it going, Nova? This is a late night whisper stream. Reality, I whisper because I share a house with a few people, and my wall is adjoining someone else's wall. So if I make loud noises this late at night, I wake them up. Hence the late night whisper stream. During the day, I don't whisper. Piece of garbage ghost, get out of here. No one likes you. Do no damage, Pitchfork Man? Yeah, I know. I wish I had more of the good film. Anyway. Yes, this is a late night whisper stream. I whisper because I share a wall with another housemate. But during the daytime streams, which are the normal streams, I do not whisper. I am very loud and rambunctious. I do a lot of dumb voices and say dumb things. Although for spooky games, the whisper is almost more appropriate. So the touch upon our entrance doors are locked. What? I've never said a dumb thing in my life. Dr. Static can tell you I am a medical professional and therefore incapable of saying dumb stuff. Just stretching my arm. You scream a lot when you play this. This game's spooky. It's a spooky game. I grew up watching horror movies, so I do not spook easily. I appreciate scary things. They are my favorite. So again, like the first movies I watched was scary movies. The first actual movie I saw was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then, from there, Alien and Graveyard Shift and a bunch of other old classic horror movies. A bunch of the Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Streets, Halloweens. So I may have done long-lasting damage to my developing brain, so I could play these games without being jumpy or screamy. But I love atmosphere. I love spooky atmosphere. Alright, well if that door's locked, where do I go now? We'll check this door. And then there's this door, and otherwise maybe back upstairs we might have missed something. I'm a doctor of dumb shit, so not a medical degree. Graveyard Shift was your least favorite episode of SpongeBob for years? Probably still is. Graveyard Shift as a horror movie is actually a little bit different from the SpongeBob Graveyard Shift. Just so I'm sure, Graveyard Shift is the episode with the hash-slinging slasher, right? Oh my god, this game has a great atmosphere. First game did too, and I'm excited for the third game. The movie Graveyard Shift is about people that work at a graveyard. And there are a lot of rats involved, people getting crushed by coffins, sliding around underground. Not a great horror one. It was, alright, good. I'm glad I remember that particular episode. Let's try the door behind me first. No message either. I thought this was a locked door. Don't know why the door was red. Ooh. I just haven't been here before, I guess. Alright, nothing with the clock. Sacred water. And I have not had to use any sacred water yet. I haven't used a single one of the stone mirrors. We're doing way better compared to the first game, and I think that's entirely because the controls are so much better in this one. That first game had not great controls. Alright, so this links up with an area we have been. That door was sealed last time. The Psy episode gives you anxiety with all the chasing, right? And the fact that if she touches you, it's...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The fact that if she touches you, it's an instant death. Have you played the first one? Maya's in this room. You try calling to her, but she doesn't answer. There's a lock engraved with a bell design on the door.
Give back my brother.
Oh! That's some crimson kimono here. Insta-games are unfair. I wouldn't say it's unfair in this one, just because they give you a save point in the room right before you first encounter her. So if you do die right there, you know from that point forward that you have to run away from her. It's the only way to establish the tension of the chase sequence, otherwise it's not really much of a tense moment, you know? You haven't played the first one. The first one has a great atmosphere to it, and I enjoy the story, but the controls in that game are... You know when you first played this one, the default controls where you move around and you move your flashlight but if you take out the camera, they're inverted. And you can turn that off in options in this one. In the first one, there's no way to turn that off in options. So I found the controls in the first game to be incredibly annoying. It took me forever to get used to it. I died a lot. Alright, just this one in 3. How is 3? That's gonna be my next one in the Fatal Frame experience. The day after the ceremony, my brother Itsuki came back alone. His black hair was white. Where was my other brother, Matsuki? Since Matsuki disappeared, Itsuki doesn't want to talk. He's still nice to me, but his eyes are always sad. What happened on the day of the ceremony? Itsuki gave me a bell. My eyes are not too good. The bell will tell him if I go near a dangerous place. Itsuki said he'll always come when he hears the bell. He said even if I am hiding away and crying, he will find me. Aww. An old photo was stuck in the diary. You put the twins and girl photo in your file. Here's something underneath the floors. There's something down there. Really don't need Type 14 film anymore. I have the maximum you can carry. I would love any other type of film though. Hint hint game, hint hint. Oh, I'm gonna go this way. You liked it, but 2 is still better? No, getting multiple endings was a weird move. Aw, that's disappointing. Probably just development time. Like they probably just literally didn't have the time to do it. Alright, so there's something down. They changed the Nintendo exclusivity, killed it for you. Alright, Spooky. If I recall correctly, the Nintendo exclusivity was the only way they were going to make new games. Kinda like with Bayonetta. No one was willing to put the money forward until Nintendo said, yeah, we'll publish you. I'd be curious to try the Wii game out. I hear Wii U one was not very good. Are you in the wall? Oh, there you are. Alright, it got real dark. My voice makes you sleepy? That's actually the original purpose for the late night whisper stream. If you ever want to hear my not whisper voice, come on back during the not late night streams. Thank you very much. Have a good night. We do stream all the time and not just the late night, so maybe drop a follow and come on back. Both inside and outside are pitch black. Nobody's in the house, but I feel a presence. Itsuki, help me. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Shake the Box family. Very happy to have you here. In a second, someone's gonna spam a few links at you. We have a very active Discord where we host movie nights, people play games together. Very fun, welcoming place. And then the other stuff are, YouTubes and Twitters. Fair warning, I never post on the Twitter. Yeah, the stream schedule is in the Discord at the very top in the informational section. I could also just show you our schedule real quick. There it is. My schedule and the Jimmy schedule. Pretty much every day. But we're not ending the stream, so let's get that off so no one gets confused. Oh no! Both inside and outside the house are pitch black. Nobody's in the house, but I feel a presence. Itsuki, help me. I'm so scared. I can't get out of the closet. Help me, Itsuki. Oh, well, that's very depressing. Schedule command? Well, we could always say if you look down in the description of the stream, we have the schedule, but not a bad idea. A schedule command might be a nice thing to put together. Alright, we've gone everywhere in that room except for the way out of the row of Tatami Rooms W. Let's go down these stairs. I would used to say it's very visible on the Twitch page, but they recently changed how your home page and other main pages work, so it's no longer as clear as it used to be, which I find to be very annoying. But in the Discord it is at the very top, so pretty straightforward there. Alright, we're back down here. Let's keep on plowing way upstairs. I mean, the kid was kind of screwed regardless. Let's not forget, the entire village was consumed by a hell maw. So they kind of had no hope in the matter. Oh, there's an object on the shelf room. My favorite, least helpful description. Alright, so down is done. Oh, this hallway over here. And also this room. I feel like that's the way we should go. As the author of the rarely used direction command, a lot of our commands are invisible. And if they don't get used, it probably wouldn't clog things up too bad, but I feel like we're probably alright. We going the right way? Yes, perfect. Alright, this is the Maya room. It's locked. We need the key. So we're looking for the bell key. Your mouth hurts. I'm sorry, your mouth hurts. Alright, this is the way I haven't been yet. Let's finish going this way first. It's a little bit more expansive than I expected. Oh, good lord. There's a ghost in here. Oh. I wouldn't do well in this kind of situation in real life. Like, if I hear someone saying I'm scared or I'm sad, I wouldn't, like, take pictures with a magic ghost killing camera. I would probably just walk up and be like, are you okay? Can I help you? And then I would probably die. I learned that at a young age. I read a lot of, like, choose your own adventure spooky books. And a few of them were like, you reach out to the ghosts, you die. The ghost murders you because that's what the ghost does. It's like, yeah, but the ghost was crying. What was I supposed to do? Ignore the ghost? It just sounds mean. Almost got me that time. Like, I get it. The idea is like, there's a ghost that walks through the town every night crying about being alone, and if anyone ever calls out, they disappear, and then they're the ghost that walks down the street. It's like you're in your house, and you look out the window and you see a young woman crying. She's scared and alone. It's like, oh, yeah, I reach out. It's like you die. It's like, oh, well, you did warn me about that, but I figured maybe this time would be different. Sometimes all people need is, a little bit of kindness, just someone to reach out. The universe is trying to teach me a lesson about how ghosts work, and I refuse to learn it. And in my defense, anime is unlearning that by always making like, this sexy ghost is all alone, but is totally into you, and you're happy. It's like, oh yeah, see, look, those two hooked up, and that was a ghost. It's not always murder. Good work, anime. Blocks have been placed carelessly in the corner of the hallway. There's a large crack in it. Oh, always trust Japan. Like, kinda literally. Having been there many times. If you're in trouble, and you even look vaguely like confused or lost, a stranger will walk up to you and try and help you. It is very odd sometimes. Like, as an American who is very much not used to that, it always surprises me. I looked confused at a ticket machine in a train station for all of like 30 seconds before a stranger showed up to help me. And like just straight up bought my ticket for me with their money and refused to allow me to pay them back. It's like, good lord, no, like that doesn't fly. Let me give you money, please. I don't even know who you are. Really, no description for the box. Oh, I think this room did trigger something though, because I'm hearing a lot of 360 help me's. Oh, good lord. Your Japanese teacher in college was helped out by someone who was probably at least ex-Yakuza. Shockingly, they were also very polite and helpful. Alright, I do think that was an important room for us to wander into. But I am starting to get confused about where I should go from here. One thing I need this map to do is not to do that. Like, what staircase does that connect to? I don't know how to see the up and down part. Alright, stairway room, sliding screen room, second floor. Is there a sliding screen room first floor? Okay, this is where the staircase drops out. There's a door I haven't gone out of that was locked. It could be our next location. Back up to the floor we're on. This is the door with our sister. It requires the bell key. And then rove to Tommy Room's W. It's also locked. Oh, there's also a hallway here we haven't gone down. Alright, let's head that way. I am managing to avoid the important rooms until the very end somehow as we explore this building. So just straight, don't deviate. Bam, here it is. Boards have been nailed carefully over the door. What were they trying to keep from getting in? She was lost somewhat in Japan, and she's an older Japanese lady, so a tattooed guy around her age helped her find where she was trying to go. If it was a tattooed Japanese gentleman, that would probably point to Yakuza, especially if this is, like, earlier. Like, if this was 10, 20 years ago. The only people you're really gonna bump into wearing tattoos probably gonna be Yakuza or ex-Yakuza. They're pretty particular about that. It's a talent I have, thank you. I'm an expert at somehow avoiding the important stuff. This is dropping me back down into this room. I'll save, just in case. Don't need to be here, though. Yeah, the stigma around tattoos is still, now in the year 2020, still pretty strong. Because the association is if you're wearing tattoos, you are, like, essentially advertising that you're a criminal. Obviously, they understand that foreigners don't have that, but they still ask that if you're a foreigner and you're going into, like, a private bath, not a private bathhouse, a bathhouse in general, that you cover your tattoos. I meant to say public bath, or an onsen. What item? Type 90 film. Finally, some good film. Finally, some good fucking food. This door's broken? That's weird. How would you cover something like a neck or back tattoo in a bathhouse? They give you, like, bandages that you're able to put on yourself. Alright, so... kinda curious about the door that was broken. It's weird. You wear socks while you're in the bath? That would be against the rules. The only thing you're allowed to have is bandages or a tiny towel. You're not even allowed to have the towel touch the water. You just use it to cover yourself as you lower into the water. Some places do allow... Oh! That's why this door is like that. God damn, where's this stupid key? Alright, just so I don't wander around this house for the next 30 years. I'm gonna find out where this key is. Ba-ba-da-ba-dee. Ba-ba-da-ba-dee. Oh my god, just tell me where the key is. Deluxe tatami room hallway, first floor. only opens from the other side? Oh my god, damn it. Well, that's annoying. Raised tatami room. Staircase. Well, this is fine. We have a new projector film we need to put in there anyway. Capsaicin, the spicy thing, it's true. And it's very also true that milk is a great way to neutralize that spice. Alright, projector room, where are you? Sliding screen. I think I want to go down the stairs. Projector's definitely not on the second floor. Yeah. Alright, projector room. Hey, excellent. And a door that I've never opened? Alright, door's locked. It's kind of figuring that. Five is the new one. Who shot these? Like, some of the angles are kind of hard to pull off. I believe they're showing us the rituals, just in a very creepily edited kind of way. I'm pretty sure flavor. Alright, I need to go back to the doll room, go back underground. Oh my god, this camera does so little damage. This film, I should say. Gotta get way in there to do damage. Damage requires tight close-ups. You know what upgrade would be nice? Reload speed. Like, regardless of what film type you're using, just base upgrade speed, reload speed. $3,700. You know, I'm gonna wait until the next ghost fight and then I'm gonna upgrade sensitivity level 3. Oh, bye, ghost. Wait, is it still alive? No. Doll room, alright. For a second I was worried it was still alive. Yeah, I'd be curious about the etymology of flavor in that way. You know what other word I'm very curious about the etymology behind? Or phrase, I should say. When we refer to someone as being numbnuts, where did that come from? Like, when you're like, you're stupid, and you want to call someone stupid, you call them numbnuts. How does having numb testicles give us any indication of someone's intelligence. Where did that come from? What's the origin of numbnuts? I gotta look this up at some point. Everything important stored in the balls. I don't think that's entirely accurate for the origin of numbnuts. Gomper, what's the origin of the phrase numbnuts? For some reason that feels like he would know. I don't know why. I feel like if anyone would know the etymology for that one. Looking for fancy tatami room? Regular deluxe tatami, here's where we're going. Here we go. Face. Your guess is Three Stooges. I don't know if it would be Three Stooges. Be curious. I've seen a lot of Three Stooges, and I don't remember them saying that. Alright, supposedly I'll have an encounter in here. Not seeing anything in here. Something's jamming the closet from the other side. Yeah, I assume this is the closet where the girl got stuck. Oh my god, was I supposed to, like, find this ghost in other locations first? I have Crimson Diary 1. This is our thing. Yep, I have Crimson Diary 1, alright. Tatami room hallway, and then room with tatami. Tatami room hallway. Room with tatami, alright. Oh. Alright, we're on track again. Love that streams have a built-in timer now? What? Oh, like the uptime at the bottom of the window these days is a neat addition. I don't know if it's all the time, but often down below, like right under the actual video, it'll have the uptime. back in this room. Ah, Stonemare, right. Entrance. You're not here to leave, so don't head for the entrance. Search the closet to the right side of the door. I'm sorry, what? Are there two doors by the entrance? No. This seems like the closet. Yeah, stone mirror. Alright, something's being very very peculiar here. Don't understand. What closet are you talking about? Oh my god. Alright. Not here to leave, so don't head for the entrance. Search the closet to the right side of the door. Another battle should start. Oh, I've already fought those guys. Leave the room through the opposite door. Alright, maybe we go back into Deluxe and we try and open the closet. I feel like I missed an encounter with this ghost, and that is sequence breaking something in a way that prevents me from completing this section. It's driving me insane. I have to like go through the guide bit by bit and try and figure out which encounter with Crimson Kimono we didn't have yet. Yeah, this is the final encounter. And it's not triggering. Alright. What the fuck did we miss here? Crimson Diary 1, so we have that one. We have Crimson Diary 2, so we've done that one. Rove to Tommy Rooms N. Green Diary 2. Do I have Green Diary 2? Green Diary 2 is the missing one. Alright. We gotta go to second floor, Rove to Tommy Rooms N. God damn it. Staircase. Right there. This part of the game is kind of annoying. Deadly Dragon, how's it going? Alright, we're looking for row of tatami rooms. And right there, so door to our left. I have been Deadly Dragon. So door to my left doesn't work. This is the one we want to be in. Oh, I'm glad you're doing good. Right, so there's a stupid green diary in here I'm missing. Green Diary 1. It's been at least 10 years since I last came here with my father. The village still looks exactly the same. Coming here when I was a boy was what made me want to become a folklorist. Wonder how Itsuki and Mitsuki are doing. The letter Itsuki sent me worries me. I asked around and was told that Itsuki and Mitsuki died of an illness. They were murdered for the sacrifice. There was no mention of anything like this in the letters we exchanged. I looked through Itsuki's writings. His family were covering it up, but I found that he was looking for a way out of the village. Since he was a little boy, he was always afraid of some sort of ceremony. What if he ran away from the village? If not, then he has to be here somewhere. That or he's been murdered. Because that's what they do here. That's literally what they do. I met Yai and Sai. The ceremony master says they will be shrine maidens in the next ceremony. I asked them about Mitsuki, and they wouldn't answer. The last letter from Mitsuki said to come for Sai and Yai on the day of the ceremony. I wonder if he was trying to help Sai and Yai escape from the village. Ah, alright, we kind of have a complete picture of his whole thing now. He came here to study their folklore. He met the two kids, the ones that had the white hair. They were murdered while he was gone, but he got letters saying to come and save the two girls. The two girls were writing about the outsider who tried to convince them to leave and save them. They ran away before he was ready, and then he was sacrificed in their place as part of the taboo ritual. So I'm glad we have that, full picture now. Second floor, row of tatami rooms W is our next stop. Kind of driving me insane how we have to go into all these weird rooms in a certain order, and I didn't do it in the order. You better fight that goddamn crimson kimono in here. What do we need? I want the closet. There we go. Where'd you go? Ooh. Put that in suggestions, Dingusgasm. Or Chrisgasm. Or Jimmygasm. Anygasm. This ghost right here is the sister of the Matsuki, the white-haired ghost. The hell are you? There you are. She died when a closet got stuck and she was trapped inside. Suffocated in there. You know, it tells me we know what happened to one of those twin boys, but not to both of them. Oh! No, no touchies, no touchies! Damn it. Oh yeah, I would definitely try and figure out how to make the ghost feel better and get murdered. 100%. Alright, almost gone. One more picture should do it. Son of a... Okay. That's taken care of. Oh really? A new K-pop band? No. I'm making that mistake again. Fool me once. Alright, where the hell do we go to fight this ghost? Yeah, we're back to go to... Guess we're going back to entrance? I'm so confused about why this will not progress to the next part of the encounter. Like, what am I missing? Oh, I hate this door. It's so annoying. It literally is next to another door that works. Just work, door. Just fucking work. No one thinks you're cute. Staircase, staircase, where is the staircase? Here we go. Hallway of contrast. No, we gotta go back in the tatamis. So, back around we go. That was staircase hallway, so yeah, that's good. Gomper, welcome back. Now, Gomper, we are trying to figure out the etymology for the phrase numbnuts. Do you have any insights for us? Not the clock hallway. I want to go back toward entrance. God, I hate this house. I hate it so much. I could always just Google it, but it's more fun to ask people. Alright, we're gonna make this turn. Room with tatami. I mean, for poops and ahs. Let's try the closet. So, no encounter there. Oh my god! So bad at directions. Directly behind me, just go straight. Fixed camera thing is starting to drive me insane with losing track of what direction I'm facing at any point in time. Do they not accept PayPal? So this is room with tatami. This is entrance. I do not see a closet attached to this room. The guide is saying the closet to the right of the door in entrance. It doesn't exist. It's not real. So like, what the fuck am I supposed to click on? Oh, alright, well we finally found this one. Guess that is a closet. I might argue that it's more of a nook, alcove. Fuck is she? Damn it, don't stand up randomly. Oh, the movie I was quoting before was In Bruges, by the by. Just to reveal the mystery of that one. You have this word? Alcoves? In Bruges is amazing. I love In Bruges. For some reason, I always quote the arms dealer they work with. I don't like when she turns off the lights. Where shit are you? Oh! God damn. Alright, when she came out of the dark, and I just barely took the picture, that actually got me. That got a little bit of a jump out of me. I think we're good. Sleep eludes you.
Let us sit about and speak feverishly,
Feverishly.
chatting into the wee hours of new ideas of the higher plane.
I would like to point out, just to complain about this for a second, there was no indication that I had to open this. Like, my filament wasn't turning on, which is usually how they do it. This particular ghost has a bell that's supposed to ring when she's hidden. That wasn't ringing. There was nothing for me to go off of there. If I was playing this as a child without the internet, I would have been furious. I would have just been like, I would have stopped playing around this point, I think. So, thank you, video game guides on the internet. Would have wandered around for hours going, what the fuck? Want to look at the etymology of nincompoop? That's a fun one to look up. See that bell right there? That's helpful. It didn't make that bell noise in the entrance. That tells me there's something here. Yeah, she is. Alright, I hear your spooks. Whoa. I feel like I used to know the etymology of nincompoop. at the very least, like the origin. Mid-battle, I will upgrade my sensitivity. Oh my god, 37. We've been burning through this. I had 99 Type 14 earlier. Nice. That does way better damage. Don't like that. God damn. Oh, she vanished again. How are you? Okay.
Give me back my brother.
I didn't take your brother. Supposedly attributed to the Pharisee Nicodemus and his naive questioning of Jesus. Another theory which is doubted is that it related to the Latin phrase non compos mentis, meaning not mentally competent. Interesting. A bell has been tied to the key with a crimson cord. The girl must have dropped it. Something is shining where the girl was hiding. Alright, we got a new crystal to listen to.
Somebody help me. Help me. Lord. I'm scared. It's okay. Help me. Help me. Lord. Everywhere. I can't help.
That's sad. Search Trial is the only fun game you can play on the Xbox. So they don't accept PayPal as a form of payment? I feel like that's usually a pretty easy one to go to. I tend to use that for my Steam purchases and my PSN purchases. Locked door is second floor. Fastest way there is probably turn around. Not this door. Pop in here. Okay, door we're looking for is this one right here. So yeah, this was definitely the right direction to take. Shit. Your neck's a little broken there, lady. Why didn't it work? I am running low on film. I do not care for that. Although, that upgrade definitely helped. You tried to duck under my goddamn frame. I know what you're doing. So I'm aiming low for you. Damn it. Messed up the second shot. Okay. Someone want to tell me why the fuck epoxy resin looks like ice cream? Depends on the type of epoxy resin. There are clear epoxy resins that don't look too much like ice cream. They look like, you know, clear liquid. Close to like water. But there are some that do look like ice cream. Yeah, I go with hard candy is usually what it looks like. At least with the stuff I work with. Of course, she's not in the fucking room anymore. Goddamn sister of mine can't sit still for more than 5 minutes. Itsuki, I pray that you read this. I can't stay in this village any longer. I told Yai and Sai that I would come for them on the day of the ceremony. After they make it out of the village, I'll take care of them. Don't worry. When I get them out, I'll come back for you next. That man didn't make it. If we perform the Crimson Sacrifice, then Yai and Sai will not need to go through with the ritual. But if our ritual fails, they will be the only ones left for the next sacrifice. We have to get Yai and Sai out of this village. The horror has to stop. There has to be another way. I cannot let Yai and Sai suffer like this. The old passageway under the Koreha Shrine has been sealed ever since some twins tried to escape through there long ago. The ceremony master said that they were killed by a Kevid during their escape. Concerned, the ceremony master sealed the old tree which enshrines the remaining. Although the path is sealed, a passageway still leads out. Opening the seal should make it possible to leave the village. The pinwheel keys that open the seal have been handed down through the families of the 4 veiled priests. I was able to find the pinwheel for this family in the storehouse. After passing through a passageway, you will only have to run through the forest and remember to never look back. Well, those two have the willpower necessary. Tachibana crest. Alright, we got the next crest we needed. Cunnilingual attacks, there you go.
Get out of the village.
If it isn't my favorite friend. Man, the vibrations in this game are amazing. You are definitely possessed by a very scary fucking ghost.
I don't know what's happening to me. But no matter what happens, I'll forgive you. Mayu.
Hug your damn sister.
Don't leave me. Of course I won't leave you behind.
We just need to establish a rule. Don't go into fucking rooms by yourself, alright?
Now let's get out of here.
I would establish rules right up front. If we're going through a doorway, we go through it at the same goddamn time.
The ritual.
Oh,
It's beginning. Hurry. We need to get to the old tree.
where are we? Oh, we're out of the house. Yeah, like, don't stop holding hands would be a good rule. Three Stooges style. Instead of getting stuck in the doorway, just both turn sideways and sidestep through a doorway at the same time. Like you're in a haunted house that locks doors behind you and traps individuals. Don't risk it. Don't risk it. It's not worth it. It's not fucking worth it. Alright, here's the old tree. That's where we're going. Just saved. Make sure I'm going the right way. We're gonna hang a right, and we're gonna follow that all the way around. Across the bridge to the old tree. The fuck you looking at? No, you limp. Like, let's try and pick up the pace here. Right, Mayu? Listen, I'm just gonna glide, alright? I'm gonna glide just like this. Mayu? Let's back the fuck up here, Ghosty. Piece of garbage. I wish my sister would move. You only keep him stunned for so long, Mayu. I'm sorry, are you not? Alright, there you go. Come, glide like me. Just like this. Walk like this, Mayu. Never actually take steps, alright? Just use your heelys. Use your heely, Mayu. Heely like I'm healing. Stairs are tricky, just be careful. Are you serious? Where is it? Thanks, jumping woman. We have 18 shots left in this goddamn film. Going the right way. I am going. Not the right way. Back we go. Come on, Mayu. Sense of direction is poor. It is real poor. It's a big ass village, okay? Just do what I'm doing. Walk like me. Just walk like this, alright? It's safer this way, trust me. Ghosts don't know how to react. Oh my god, you're so slow. You know what? Let's go visit that ghost. Just gonna pop in and say hello. Where the fuck are you? That's just a pair of legs. You know what I should do? When we're just wandering around, and I gotta take pictures of, like, you know, garbage. It's like weird ghost locks and all that nonsense. I should be using the infinite film. Hey, boyo. What happened to the boy that was locked up here? Alright, well, I'm a little bit disappointed. I came here to say hi to him. Wasn't that bad of a detour, so I guess no real loss. Alright, we're gonna go straight, we're gonna make a left, and we're just gonna follow the path.
Wait!
I'm literally in front of you. That's not the left in question. It's my left. God, fixed camera angles are destroying my brain. I cannot deal with it.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Don't apologize, these people suck, they're all ghosts. Up the hill you can see what looks like torchlight. Are they about to start the ceremony? Probably shouldn't go up there right now. Alright. Is there another way to reach that tree? That's where I need to go. Ooh, Forkin Road. That looks promising. This way! Come, my limpy sister.
Wait!
You are the worst. I see why I left you behind when we were kids. Although back then you didn't have the excuse of a broken knee. We're just slow. Yep, alright, we're going the right way. Oh my god. History's slowest sister, come on. I just want to get to where we're going. We're so slow. Okay, hearing weird noises. Filament's not lighting up, so we're okay. Fine, I'll walk for you. I lied, I'm already pressing the run button again. I swear to God. Just a little faster wouldn't kill you, would it? Well, she does have a limp. I guess it's not her fault she's so slow. Just confirm I'm going the right goddamn way.
Neo, my leg hurts. It aches.
Almost there. Almost there. Come on. Camera's acting up here. Only something to take a picture of. A different place shows in the photo. Looks like an altar. There's a big hole at the base of the huge tree. Looks like a cave further in. Some strange presence blocking the entrance. Looks like an altar. remove the guesswork and find out exactly where this altar is. Because there are 700 buildings in this village. Oh my god. I don't think I say this enough, but fuck IGN. Just fuck IGN. I don't understand why they upload goddamn walkthroughs for games that are 1,000 years old, that are unfinished. Their walkthrough just ends at chapter 8. Super helpful, super helpful. Like, I realize that we're almost to the end. There are only 10 chapters. But, like, include chapter 8 in your goddamn walkthrough. Alright, let's see here. Find a different one. We got one. Just need to find the right chapter. So many location names. So confusing to look at. Tachibana, Crimson Kimono. Chapter 8. Also, like a random encounter of a woman in the dark, especially in some blah blah blah, that doesn't matter. Alright, we want to go to Kuriha Shrine Path. Where's the Kuriha Shrine? There's a powerful seal. Oh, good, it's like right there. It's our first destination, let's go. Slowest sister in the world, I expect you to be infuriatingly slow about this. Orf, orf, orf.
Mia, my leg hurts.
I can do nothing for you, sister. I didn't pack that many painkillers on our trip to, like, the Hellmaw, the haunted village nightmare facility. My bad. Why didn't give me his name? It's actually kind of unusual. Maybe I missed him. Go inside, yes. Well, this is a fun building. Countless talismans with eerie writing on them are stuck on the lattice. Beyond the lattice, you can see a straw doll lying down. It's about the size of a person. You get a strong, creeped out vibe here. Excuse me? There we go. Something shows in the photo. It's twins going under a fence. Got a real scavenger hunt of locations going on. Hey, spirit orb. Think this is the fence hole in question. I found a map of the passageway among the old books. It seems to be an underground cave used for the ritual. Also looks like there might be a way out of the village. This exit was also accessible from the shrine grounds, but that way was sealed long ago. the fuck up. I'm running real low on film. It's just the one ghost, right? Yeah. Just gotta go to that nice film building. Gotcha. Guess I should really like wait for the attacks. When they take a swing at me, I do major damage. Go on, take a swing at me. Take a fucking swing at me, see what happens. Let's go, bitch. Take the shot. Punk. Oh, damn. Oh, it worked out. Got a glowing yellow crystal and a spirit orb. Put a orb in a 0. Put 2 orbs in the 0, why not? And let's level up our range. There, the major functions of the camera are maxed out now. Let's level up 0. Let's see, we got... Let's put 0 on there. So we got... 1, 2, 4 of these are at level 1. I have stun, I have C, and I have 0. I think I want... Definitely want 0. I want blast, and I want stun. Stun, blast, 0. Those are my 3 power-ups. Oh my god, I just used... Alright, well... Great. Fucking chunk of soil, worst spell ever. Oh, no, Jesus Christ. There, crappy film. Equip that one first. An old mare has been enshrined in front of the altar with the crimson butterfly picture. Let's go ahead and get that other item, which is probably what we're here for. Nope, that is not what we're here for. That's weird. I thought that was where the... Alice tells me stuck to the doors of ceiling it. The door won't budge. Must be the entrance to the underground passage they said leads out of the village. They showed the twins going under this, I thought. Oh, there's another opening. Perhaps it's over here they were talking about. Right here. I don't need medicine, I need film. Lord, you're killing me, your game. Cloth covering a thing. Nothing useful. Weird, what the hell was that picture showing me if not this? What other fence is there? Well, again, rather than wander around aimlessly. Oh, we just go back to the old tree.
I'm sorry. Because I ran away. Everyone had to die. Everyone.
Yeah, well, they suck, so it's fine.
Yay. Help me.
Yeah, 100%. 100% she's, possessed by Psy.
I don't want to be alone. Together. So, yay. Kill me.
We killed her. That can never be undone. This was doomed from the beginning. We should have let them both go. Sigh as well.
Interesting. Alright, let's blow this possible stand. Let's go, Maya. Back to the tree, let's go. Best keep up, because I'm not slowing down anymore. Oh my god, you're so slow. Oh my god, please. Have you ever done a drowning build in Noida? Drowning builds?
Accept your destiny as a sacrifice.
Oh my god, 11 damage. Well, really gotta go for max damage, so wait for this trash fire to take a swing at me. Hey sis, you mind? This is gonna take too much film. God, I hate this guy. Take a swing. Take a fucking swing, I dare you. Do it. Do it, motherfucker. Piece of shit. Let's go. Let's fucking dance. Ooh, yeah, that's real good. 108 damage. 108 damage. And dead. Really running low on film. So tell me about a drowning build. Sister's just like clutching her chest, like holy shit. Meanwhile, it's just like, whatever, man, this is like the 90th ghost I've murdered. I'm dead inside at this point. We're in. Would a video camera be like a machine gun? It would have to be a magic one like the one we're using.
Just let me rest. Mayu, are you okay? I'm sorry.
Whatever, I mean, this is probably a best case scenario for taking a nap. So you got always cast Circle of Water, and you have Breathless, so you can fill the level with water and things just drown. With electricity, you're sure you would get real stupid. If you had electricity immunity and electricity, that would be perhaps one of the best combinations. Like literally just flood everywhere, let everything drown, electrocute things while you're fighting. That would be a pretty fun combination. Fast swim would also be nice. Twins play an important part in the ritual. Oh, you don't say! In recent years, the government issued a decree. The first twin to come out is the eldest. Each region used to have its own rules until that decree was made. When I asked the ceremony master about the village's rules, he grinned and said that tradition is tradition. This village still practices the old way. The twin that is born second is considered the elder. They're proud to be stupid, because that makes no sense in any context. What a bunch of stupid people. Maybe these graves are for children. A small red pinwheel is making a dry rasping sound as it turns. A pinwheel stone tablet is inserted in the shrine. A device for opening the passage. There are 4 other places around it for inserting similar stone tablets. Some kind of light is twinkling underneath the shrine. An octagon design is carved on the key. Something shows in the photo of the shrine. Maybe it's a missing part from the mechanical dolls. I mean, it's pretty obvious that what we require here... Sister, you're looking creepy.
An altar at the Tsuchihara grave.
Got some ghost action going on here, sis.
Next the twins' houses. A doll. A secret room in the wall.
Something shows in the photo of Mayu. It's a woman crying in front of a building that looks like a storehouse. Alright, so that's the building that white-haired dude hangs out in. Alright, so if I understand correctly, we need the 4 family keys, the pinwheels. I think we have 2 of them already. Octagon key. Oh, we just have to touch upon a crest. We had one earlier. We used it in the other door. That's right. I wonder if we could take that one back, because we don't need to go through there ever again. Anyway, it seems like the rest of what we're doing here is finding those crests and opening this door. Which probably means we need to abandon our sister again.
A woman hiding in a kimono box.
The woman hiding in a kimono box is from the film we watched, the film we're Film Reel 5 showed that. Hey, it's the Hellmaw. The Hellish Abyss.
Where is my sister?
Well, probably don't want to go there. She's repeating nonsense over and over, as if talking in her sleep. Well, I promised never to leave her again, so I better leave her again. No. Oh god, which one's the one I came in by? One of these is like not a great direction to be going in. Hey, this is the right one. I mean, out of curiosity.
Deep
Alright.
cemetery. An altar. At the Suchihara grave.
Alright, you just don't disappear again like you like doing. You're gonna disappear again, obviously. So where's this take me? So we saw, like, people preparing a ceremony up here. So we probably don't want to actually do this direction. Oh, but the cemetery. Never mind, do want to pop out here. Medicine, alright. So I assume this is a touch upon a cemetery. Don't know how many other cemeteries there are. Not important. See the only more small gravestones. Shrine door stuck fast. Alright, maybe this is not the graveyard in question. Can't read the names. Oh no, this is starting to look right. And it stopped. That was weird. Has to be that shrine. Alright, now they definitely want me to go to the storehouse first. We flooded the overworld, nice. Well, we're gonna have to come back here eventually, I guess, but this is not where I need to be now. So I'm just gonna hit up a save point and finish this up at the next late night wispy. Are we gonna cemetery? On Tuesday. Back in the tree I go. Only we had a crowbar.
Connects the twins' houses. A door. A secret room in the wall.
Secret room in the wall. Doll. Yeah, we did that. Wait. Yeah, we'll use this save point. Ah, fuck it, I'll just use the one outside the storehouse. That's where we're going anyway. I feel like the least you could do is wake your sister up and be like, hey, you know how you said don't leave me? I am going to go get a thing. Oh, she doesn't wake up and have like a fit. So not this one, but the next one. Good, I'm going the right way.
I want to meet you again.
Storehouse bound. That's where I'm going too. What a coincidence.